It's NFL Combine week, and we're going to be looking at a lot of players under a microscope. The wide receivers for sure. So many good running backs. The tight end class is jacked. But we're going to look at a top-tier guy today. We're going to be looking at those workout clips. Tetairoa McMillan, T-Mac, running some routes, doing some drills. We're going to watch him work out today. Then we're going to talk some ball. Before we do, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're talking about the 2025 draft class every day. Helping you out with your Dynasty rookie drafts. We're looking at behind the scenes and practices. When it comes to rookie camp, I'm your guy. I will have the clips up, going over all of them with you guys day after day after day. Click that button to stop missing out for a different perspective on these players. T-Mac, here he is. 17 seconds of clips. I know, not long, but we're going to loop it and keep talking ball. But there he is. What do you notice from him? What do you notice? What are we seeing here? I know, edited. I know we're working out. Maybe we're showing the best stuff. What do you see from him? Let me know in the comments below. What are you seeing from him as a wide receiver? What I'm seeing here is a guy that's long. We're thin frame too, but we're long. We have a little bit of ups there. Probably show a little bit more at the combine. I mean, you can only jump as high as you need to make that catch. What do we see there compared to what we saw on tape, what we saw at Arizona? We're seeing a guy with a long frame that can win vertically for sure. For his size, I say this a lot, especially when I'm talking about wide receiver recruits coming out of high school. Taller guys, when they're breaking off routes, watch their feet. They are expected to have a little bit more drift compared to a smaller wide receiver because they're working more against physics. That being said, with his feet, how tall he is and how long he is, he's a long player. Now, he may be 6'4", a little bit less, a little bit more. I don't care. I know he's long. That's all I need to know. I also see with the feet, we break off the routes pretty good. The release is pretty solid. We see that. And a lot of people will harp that when they look at the PFF stats. Contested catches, not separate. The thing about this, you look at this game, you look at how he's built. You're going to win vertically. You're going to be able to toss it up to a dude like this. Big time prospect coming out of high school. And we went wire to wire. I think that's one thing you want to look at from these big time prospects out of high school. If they go wire to wire from high school to the end of college to the NFL draft, just don't question it as much. He's going wire to wire. Good production metrics. Don't go trying to find bad things in their prospect profile. It is what it is. At the end of the day, when these players enter the league, there are some things he's going to win at that the smaller guys can't. So the thing is, like, if you're looking at your traditional 5'10" to 6 foot wide receiver, now you have to saying that he's not like those wide receivers, that they can't win as high as he can. They can't body up like he can. If you're looking at it that way, like how many of those wide receivers won off the top of the ladder? Like, seriously, if you're looking at that, look at the player for what they are. This is a player that is pretty snappy for his size. Very assertive for his size. Very long. He's also lean. BMI is going to be a little bit lower if you're like that for the metrics. I think the first round pick is evident. It's going to be there. First wide receiver selected. We're seeing him get messed around in some mock drafts. I like him. I think when we're looking at him, you look at my wide receiver rankings, I dropped that the other day. Go look at that if you have not seen this channel before. And that's on a Dynasty Fantasy Football perspective. I got him easy as my wide receiver 1. I like the hands. Look how big those hands are. Look how that grips in. I get it. We're watching the same clip over and over and over again. But look at the little things at this player. We're seeing a wide receiver here that has a ton of upside. That just has a ton of upside here. That can get downfield, make plays happen. That has the potential to create separation, but he creates his separation off the top of the ladder as well. Do not discount that. That's going to create some contested catches, especially if you're in a position where you're with a YOLO quarterback that has the cojones to push it downfield. And if you're in that position, that's going to marry well. That's going to go like cheese and wine. That is going to be a good spot. Watch that in the draft as well. We're going to get the draft capital. This is a good talent. This is an underrated talent. I think people were scared to really plant that flag. I think there is some people that are, but I think there's people that's scared to plant that flag. But this is a player with a ton of upside. Production's hitting. Size is hitting. Pedigree's hitting from out of high school. Just being able to go wire to wire, that is something to look at. I'm not questioning it. I just know what I see. Things are looking good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.